أشرف الأعراب والأعجم خير من يمشي على قدمه باسط المعروف جامعة صاحب الإحسان والكرم.
We go, inshallah, through an event, a battle or Ghazwah that happened on the 6th year of Hijrah. And that Ghazwah called Ghazwah to Bani Al-Mustaliq. And another name for that is Ghazwah to Muraisi. The Ghazwah itself may not be full of military events. As a military action, the Ghazwah was almost a straightforward situation, and we will talk about that inshallah. But there are some events that happened during the Ghazwah and after the Ghazwah that shook the Muslim community and shook the house of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, one heart and mighty shaking. And for that we will inshallah spend some time. And the villains and the players, the evil players in these events were al-munafiqun, the enemy within the Medina and the Muslim community, those who pretended to be Muslims and in their hearts they buried evil thoughts against Islam. Now we'll use more Arabic today because we have many guests that actually don't speak English, so forgive me for that. And that may prolong the session a little bit, but we need to get the benefit to be for everybody. We have some of the sisters that don't speak any English, so inshallah we'll try to do some in Arabic and some in English, inshallah. غزوة المريسي أحداثها في السنة السادسة للهجرة. أخذ رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم 700 مقاتل وخرج بهم إلى بني خزاعة. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam took about 700 fighters with him, and he went to the people of Khuza'a. Why the people of Khuza'a? Those were the ones that participated with the army of Al-Habish against the Muslims in Ghazwat Uhud. So Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, after Ghazwat al-Ahzab, wanted to show the tribes of Arabia and the enemies of Islam the might of this religion and the defiance of this religion. And he will not let those who participated in an attack against the Muslim community and the Muslim army in Medina to go without punishment. So starting in the 6th, and we will see that continued on after that, he started disciplining those who participated in conspiracy and plotting and fighting against the Muslims. And of those were the people of Bani Al-Mustaliq. The people of Bani Al-Mustaliq, they had an idol that was very well known and famous in Arabia, and it's mentioned in Al-Quran, and that idol's name was Manat. Bani Al-Mustaliq كانت عندهم منات ومنات الثالثة الأخرى, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in Quran. And they also had a lot of pride about this idol, and they were very resistant and they were very defiant against this new religion that was going to take their position in Arabia and their importance as the custodians of that idol. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam took the army and went on, and as Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam many times in his plans, he was very disciplined in keeping the plans very secret. وَتَعَاوَنُوا عَلَى قَضَاءِ حَاجَاتِكُمْ بِالْكُتْمَانِ. فرسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم كان يكتم أنباء الغارات والغزوات حتى إذا خرج معه الصحابة لم يعلموا إلى أين يخرجون. When الصحابة, the companions, may Allah be pleased with them, when they would go out in the army with Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم, many times they don't know what is the direction. All they know is we are going with Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم. So Bani Al-Mustaliq, the people of Al-Mustaliq, did not know that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was coming. And this was planned in secrecy. And in both Sahih al-Bukhari and Sahih Muslim, that they were surprised by the attack. And I will inshallah recite the hadith for you. روى البخاري ومسلم أن الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم أغار على بني المصطلق وهم غارون أي غافلون وأنعامهم تسقى على الماء فقتل مقاتلتهم وسبى ذراريهم وأصاب يومئذ جويرية بن الحارث رضي الله عنها بنت الحارث ابن ضرار. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam surprised the clan of Bani Mustaliq, the tribe of Bani Mustaliq, and their cattle were just drinking and getting and eating, and they were just in their own usual daily routine, and they saw the Muslim army attacking them. So there was not a fighting that actually took place, because the army of Bani Mustaliq did not have the chance to assemble and put much of a resistance. And that was one of the methods to strike and take that element of surprise on the Muslim side. In one narration in Ibn Ishaq, and we consider Ibn Ishaq not as a sahih or a hadith book, it is a history book. And Ibn Ishaq mentioned that there was actually fighting. One of the things that happened is Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam captured the daughter of the tribe chief, which his name was Al-Harith ibn Dirar. And her name was Juwairiyah bint al-Harith. And in that there is a lesson. Why was that important? She was given to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam as a slave, as that was the custom after capturing the prisoners after a raid, a successful raid. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam knows that this is an honorable woman from an honorable house, from the elite in her tribe and clan. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is showing his nation and his people and the ones after him how to treat people. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam did not want to put her down or to basically show her the might and enforce his own dominance upon her. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam gave that woman her freedom, and he asked her to marry him if she would declare Islam. If she would stop worshipping Manat and declare Islam, then she would be the wife of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and she accepted. And Juwairiyah bint al-Harith, Harith is either the 7th or the 8th Umm al-Mu'mineen. It's either the 7th, and there is a dispute between whether she was before the marriage of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to Zainab bin Jahsh or after the marriage of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to Zainab bin Jahsh. And what happened after that, when people heard, and everybody captured his loot, and they had their own spoils from that battle with Bani Al-Mustaliq. Everybody has the camels and the sheep and the weapons and the gold. And they heard that all of a sudden Bani Al-Mustaliq became the in-laws of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam married Juwairiyah bint al-Harith. So what do people do? They return all of their spoils to the people of Bani Mustaliq. And most of Bani Mustaliq become Muslims based on that generosity and what they have seen from the generosity of Muslims. And Juwairiyah always used to brag when people talk among themselves. They said, "Ma ahadun akramu inda ahlihi minni." There is nobody who's more dear and beloved to his family than I am, because of what happened to her people. They were all set free. All the prisoners of Bani Mustaliq were set free, or their money were given back to them because of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam's marriage to Juwairiyah bint al-Harith.